Now we move along. Let's chat about Springboks. We know that they are in currently what you call off season, but we've had a 49-man alignment camp in Cape Town. And we shared with you, and we can still share with you the players that were invited then. The next step is to cut that 49 to maybe a manageable number of 30 or something like that. And we don't know yet. So, Springbok alignment camp, we spoke about it last week. The players were sitting in desk and they were discussing what is it to be a Springbok and aligning the young stars into the culture of the team and so on. I'm sure they discussed the tactics. I'm sure they discussed the schedule for 2026, how it looks like. So it was an in-person camp. There was also a virtual camp, we are told, that included overseas-based players. So really interesting is what's going on in that. I think we can start maybe as a team and subs to discuss what are the major injury concerns that we have at this stage. Major ones. I'll say major ones. I'm not going to take the 2 week small injury into consideration because we're still far to June, July, where we're going to have the real serious camps. So, what are the major injuries that we should be worried about?
Injuries that we have.
RG Snyman,
Yes, Sneemane, yes.
he's out for the season.
Yes.
So, that's number one. And also, we've got Franz Malherbe, who's also
Mara
a
is
key player for us as well.
is recovering.
Yeah, he's recovering. So, we hope that he can recover on time to be part of it, to part of the
And
season.
there's rumors that he's going overseas.
It doesn't impact us.
Yeah.
It would have impacted the team in New Zealand, not us.
Yeah.
Okay. Any promising youngsters you want to talk about? Gentlemen?
To
To the Springboks. I think you've mentioned some of them.
yeah,
In our
Yeah.
RCT.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Ubatu is there, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, Ubatu.
You want to see him this season? You want him to be thrown maybe against Papas?
Yeah,
Papa's
we're
first
playing. When are we playing them in June?
They will play Papa's first game in June.
First game in June.
Yeah.
So I would love to
So
see.
playing Papas in June and they will play England in July, 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah, and who else is there? Who else is there?
So we're playing England on the 4th of July, and then we're playing Scotland on the 11th of July, and then we play Wales on the 18th of July.
So that is now the Nations Cup.
Yes, that's the Nations Cup. Yes.
No, not Cup. I know
Nations
Cup.
Championship.
Yeah, Nations Cup.
Mm.
The Nations Championship.
Yeah, this is Nations
We must
Championship.
make sure that we separate those two.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got against Northern Hemisphere teams, we've got England, Scotland, and Wales, and then we've got All Blacks
in between.
All Blacks in between four games in a row. That's crazy, guys. All Blacks in a row.
Yeah, I think uJosta uyasidinga iskipper ska number 11 Gs or 14. Is I'm impressed. Ipace yakhe, I'm impressed.
The youngster.
Yeah, I think that guy
he's a utility pack. He can play anywhere in the last three.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then again, Tobani. Yeah. Naye, yeah, uyasidinga iskipper nikeze a chance.
Yeah.
I think if ever singake simnikeze a chance adlale abe among the best.
Yeah.
Abe among the best.
And there's a hooker that also impresses me, Usiposetu Nebelele. He plays as a hooker. He's a good, strong scrummager. You know, we've got Umbonambi. He's been going on for a long time. And Malcolm Marx is prone to injuries, you know. So you want to have that 3-4.
Number diniwe.
Yeah. He's been through wars, man. What do you expect?
Yeah, but I think Uras uzohamba no Max no Hropla.
Yeah.
Yiba abantu endibona ngathi uzohamba nabo because indaba kaMbonambi hayi angisayiboni.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hayi angisayiboni. Uyidlalile indema yakhe.
Yeah,
ugqibile la. Hayi indaba yakhe angisayiboni.
Nimlahle emgqomeni madoda.
Hayi simlahle. Umuntu akalahle saphila. Siyamphuza.
Mara kuRas uyawathemba amasosha wakhe. So ngeke wazi.
Because I mean uMaphimbo usekhona ku-49 men squad.
Ukhona pha.
So le nto ithethayo uba uyawathemba amasoja akho uRas.
uDion for wadlala ubena ngaphi last World Cup?
36 I think.
I think 36. Yeah. So
we've got interesting games. We've got I want predictions, guys. England first game up. What do we expect to happen in that game? Because everybody's saying England lost 4 in a row in the Six Nations. Are they out of form? But England somehow finds their form when they play big teams. I mean, that game against France was quite close. the last game they played. In them coming here, it's going to be a motivation for them. Do you think it's going to be like that, Subs?
England ukuthi sometimes most yabantu baye bajonge i-current form kanti funeka ujonge what called i-head to head player per player ukuthi bane-player so bane-player so they will have like we said we're gonna have umgomezulu we have uLibok we have a Pollard what they have i-fly-ups zabo they have uSmith they have uFord who's this guy the one that is promising this young star.
Finn Smith
doing very well.
Finn Smith.
You see, if you check out those guys, when they head to head, maybe 3. Now, no, they are not gap between them. You see, even if you check England, inaso squad, banaso squad, mara bangabetheka phana pha coaching, mara those guys, Springbok, if singalala, select side, bangasibethe Springbok. But I don't see that because Urasi, Springbok is mastermind
exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Now England yona akusithi team ongayikhiphanga ngaphandle uDaile is out.
It's a threat always.
Yes.
Take them serious.
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, I would say England has got unfinished business in Springboks. Taking World Cup 2019 and then World Cup 2023. So they've got unfinished business. But in the kind of Roma as well. I know that you funasi comment about like in guys matches, but I've had a rumor because if you look at this setup, like competition, like Nations Championship, it's almost like a World Cup before World Cup. So it's a World Cup before World Cup. In 2026, and then they are finishing it in November. Ne? It will be finishing in November. Because in July, the northern teams are coming down to south. And then in November, the southern teams are going north, and then they will play the final. And then we only have about a year, less than a year. To go to the Rugby World Cup. I've heard a rumor that Rassi might not send his best squad for this competition. So it looks like he might not. I don't know, but it's a rumor. I don't know why. In one of the episodes, we talked about people playing their cards closer to their chest, because you really don't want to be unraveled. You don't want to be seen, and then you don't want to be a dominating team just before the World Cup, because you know what happens. All the dominant teams when you get to the World Cup, then it tricks zakho so saziwa indlela odlala ngayo so saziwa. So I've heard that. I don't know, but sizobona khona.
We can only watch and see. And then we play New Zealand. Okay, I'm not without any disrespect to Scotland and Wales. I'm gonna focus straight to New Zealand. 4 games in a row against New Zealand.
Yeah,
that must be crazy.
So
we don't have a what you call our normal Southern Hemisphere. Rugby Championship, which includes Australia and Argentina, South Africa, and New Zealand. So we opted to go and play All Blacks 4 times. To me, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know the idea. I don't know the idea behind playing in New Zealand 4 times and then not playing the other.
I think maybe sorry to cut you, but the view was that we need to bring back the old tours. So with the last tour we had, where New Zealand came to South Africa, was in 1996 after the World Cup, and we lost that series.
The series.
So they wanted to bring that sort of like bringing back the history
of the Springboks and the All Blacks.
I sort of like wanted to answer your question. What is the motive behind it?
Yeah, and actually, Argentina and Australia are very unhappy.
Yeah,
are very unhappy about that situation, because now the opportunity to play against the Springboks, the opportunity to play against the New Zealand before the World Cup has been taken away.
From we'll get them next year.
Yeah.
How do you see the game? Let them cry.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting for New Zealand, because remember they are missing South African players. Because remember for you to be an All Blacks, a complete All Blacks, you must have played against the Springboks or against the players that are the South African franchises. So us getting out of
Championship,
you know,
rugby championship.
it's Super Rugby.
Oh, okay, the club
Yeah,
level.
yeah, at club level, yeah, because that's where it starts. It starts at club level. You play Super Rugby, and then you play the New Zealand teams or the New Zealand the
But
All
we
Black.
love URC now. We
Yeah,
just spoke about URC.
the
URC.
no. Yeah, URC. We have the URC, but the New Zealand players, the All Blacks players, they miss. They
Playing
miss
against South African teams.
play.
For us, actually, it's an argument that's going to go on for years, I think. But we can go to Ireland and come back, same time zone, no jet lag. But if our players go and spend 7 weeks in Australia and New Zealand, they get homesick, the time zones are bad, 6-7 hours ahead of South African time. It's really tiring. And I think this URC works better for us. So I don't see ourselves
Yeah, it does. It actually
coming back to Super Rugby at all.
Yeah, it actually does. I'm just talking about a player. If you look at it, for example, let's say I'm just gonna pick a player. Let's say let's say I want to make an example of a New Zealand or an All Blacks or a player in New Zealand. A player in New Zealand, you say, let's say you don't get a chance to play for All Blacks. You are playing in New Zealand. You are playing in New Zealand Rugby, in New Zealand League, whatever they call it. You don't get to play for in your life. You don't get to play for the All Blacks, but you can still during the Super Rugby, you can still say I played against Peter Steff.
Yes.
I played against
Makazole
Mapimpi. But with us moving away from that competition, then it a chance here and players. Now you're not telling us
we're giving that chance to the Irish
yes,
and the Welsh.
Yeah. So
and
I
the
think
French.
this tour now brings back that.
Yeah.
So because there's players that will never play for. They will never be in the senior team for the All Blacks. But now with this tour of playing 4, so every
So it means the New Zealand players will spend 2 months more or less in South Africa. They don't have time to go to see the wild animals at Kruger National Park. They'll go to Soweto and Tanzania, and they'll get to enjoy braai and so on and so on. They'll get to learn South African culture, which they currently don't without the tour, because they'll be in South Africa for a week and out of South Africa in a very short time.
And if you remember, Cape Town is their second home. Second home ground.
We can talk about that. I grew up in a rugby family. My father was a player, so he was an All Blacks fan. And we always had that argument at home as, why are you All Blacks fan? He had to explain to me all the time the history that there's no way I can be hit by Van der Merwe, who's a policeman there of Cambridge Police Station, and then I rally behind the Van der Merwe who's playing for Springboks in my time. So, Mama, please understand that.
Of course.
And it was always difficult for me to understand. In 1995, we almost watched every game together. In fact, the 1991 World Cup, we watched it together as well. And 1991, South Africa was not there. It was won by Wallabies. In 1995, it was played at home. I went to a couple of games that played in East London. There were a few games, group stages games. I think Argentina played there, Samoa, and so on. But the other games we watched on TV, and he was anti any team that plays Springboks. He was for that team, no matter what. If Samoa plays Springboks, he's supporting Samoa. If Australia plays Springbok, he's supporting the team. And I was very much interested to understand why. And he said, no, I cannot support the Springboks because of history. And later on in his career, in his life, he was then a changed man. More like, no, I actually love the Springboks now. So it was amazing for me to watch that.
But it's understandable.
Now you speak about the Cape Town fans of the All Blacks. And I think the history comes from that same background,
Definitely.
Yeah. You want to come in?
What into ngitshele ukuthi yazi i-players zethu leli Super Rugby South Africa and New Zealand. If uchecka i-players zethu, most i-current squad yethu South Africa, bonke bayile ku-tour New Zealand ezikwi-club level.
Yes.
Currently this squad esinaso. Mara sazi to the next generation because babe bengayazi. Because I think we missed la experience yebhola ehlala ezandleni. Because ibhola se New Zealand idifa because ibhola yakhona ihlala ezandleni iyakukhathalisa ezomdlalo iyakukhathalisa because lokhu New Zealand lokhu inala culture yabo yokukuleqa. And remember in New Zealand that is the only country khona ukumatcha South Africa physically. And iphinde beno plus ukuthi ibhola yabo iyahlala ezandleni. Yeah, so you
bring another dimension now, South, that Umbehle said the New Zealand players miss South Africa. Now you're actually saying South African players might also be missing New Zealand in the future.
Yeah.
Yes, because the rest they know in New Zealand. They know ababanabo sinabo no. But we don't know about the next generation because bazo bengayazi la life yokutravela uhambe ko Christchurch ko
Yeah.
Ko Eden Park.
ko Waikato baye ko Brisbane baye ko Waratahs baye ko
Yeah.
Reds
Yeah.
Reds yeah so abazo bengayazi lonto le
Yeah.
so asazi izawuzala
Izawuzala
nkomoni
nkomoni,
xa
eh.
sekufika iso sikhathi ezo because current squad yethu bonke badlalile eNew Zealand bayazi
Uyibona njani le 4 tests straight up? Uyibona njani le 4 tests izayo eNew Zealand? How do you see the results? How is it
eNew Zealand uNapoleon wedla ngothi inenye quote kaNapoleon ethi xa uloko usilwa ne-enemy eyi-one that enemy kuzokwenzeka ifunde i-strength and i-strategy zakho ukuthi how do you fight. So iNew Zealand andifuni sihlale nayo kakhulu man masihlale nayo at least twice a year is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Not more
playing
than
4 times.
yeah.
What is
4
your
times is too
prediction?
much.
What is your prediction? You're playing 4 times.
No, it's too much that one.
But how do you see it going? Do you think we're gonna lose as a result?
No, that
I'm coming to you, Mbetla.
it
Yeah,
can be
you are breathing heavily.
it can be a 50-50. We don't know because right now all difference who push ukuthi New Zealand my select lama outside lama players zase New Zealand.
Akagqothelwa ngaloo nto kanti lo mfo waqala wawo. Kuba ifuna ezi players.
Kodwa no Ren uyayiforce noma mayenzeke because remember bano Mawunga bano Smith bane ziningi players zabo ezile outside ezizozane.
I don't think ziyeza but okay masibuze uMpehlo wena Mpehlo ubona njani le 4 tests?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, to go straight to your question, to answer your question directly, I don't think it's a must win for South Africa. I think it's a must win for New Zealand
For the new coach.
because they have a new coach and then they have not been they have a new coach
And they've not been playing well.
they've not been playing well and then they want to test the new coach.
Yeah.
But for Rasi, it's a different thing. Rasi objectives are different. Rasi has got a different objectives. I don't
You think that you're playing in New Zealand at home, we can take it for granted?
No, not for granted. I'm not saying he will go there to lose games, but I don't think obviously we want to win against New Zealand all the time. But I don't think the objectives are for that. Remember, we are playing them in between the Nations Championship. We're going to play Nations Championship the half of the Nations Championships in July, and then we are playing another half in November. So in between, we are playing New Zealand.
4 tests.
Yeah, we'll play this for.
So you're saying it's 50-50 as well?
Yeah, 50-50. Yeah, 50.
So maybe
Because
2 wins each.
Yeah, 2 wins each.
What
yeah.
I can add is that lana leyo sibani sithi eningathanda ukuthi sihlale kakhulu neNew Zealand but at the same time uRas izomsebenzela because uRas ngumntu ohlala ikhathi zakhe engafuni iziveze because izomnikeza opportunity ukuthi okay i-first team yam mayidlale neNew Zealand but then I select the second team ukuthi idlale neNew Zealand so that siyibone ukuthi enhle kwenzakalana uzoba ne chance ukuthi adlalise i-second team yakhe babethu aphinde ayidlalise again ukuthi improve lonto leyo isengamsebenzela
Yeah, I get what you gentlemen saying now because you're saying that he might experiment a bit, you know, because he's not really under pressure. His future is secured.
Yeah.
And I think the team is quite confident at the moment. So, yeah, let's see how it goes, guys. But as Mbesha said earlier on, New Zealand is on the rebuilding phase. They've got a new coach that they've appointed. They've got the whole coaching team. I was excited to see Tana Umaka, a former player of the All Blacks, being appointed as one of the assistant coaches. I think he's looking after the defense side of things. And we're probably going to see a strong defense from the New Zealand team going forward, you know, with Tana Umaka there. I mean, we know how Tana Umaka played during his time, you know, one of those players that were really tough against Springboks, you know. So it's going to be interesting how we play that tour. I think the games before are going to be very important in terms of form that the Springbok take to the New Zealand series. New Zealand series is crazy to play 4 games against them, but I also think that it's probably going to be very close. We want to be confident playing against New Zealand because we beat them at home the last game that we played against them. So we'll go into that game, my view, first game, very confident. But we're not that confident against them when we play at home as well, because they are capable of beating us here. And I think they've beaten us here more than they have beaten us at home. So,
yes, correct.
yeah, so it's going to be a tough games coming up, People, if you want to comment on the discussion, please drop your comments to our comments chat box, and let's hear what you have to say.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Exactly, Mbeshe. So we want you to really look at that. We will share the fixtures as we did last week as well. We'll share them again. We play England, Scotland, Wales, and then four games against New Zealand. And then we play in November Italy, we play France away, we play Ireland at home. So we play Ireland away as well in November. That's the series that we play. And briefly, I want to touch on the Varsity Cup.